And I'm back. I'm still taking the lesson of whatever class this is. Hear the sound of the chalk scraping away. I unconsciously jot down the formulas being hastily scrawled across the blackboard. Suddenly, I catch the side of the schoolyard through the window. I feel like I've done this before. There's no one there, as you will expect. What on earth am I doing? I'm just sitting here, obediently attending classes. I can't believe I've gone back to my normal school life instead of searching for her. But I don't have the ways or means to find her. What if she erased herself from my life? There is no possibility I'll never see her again. That's why it's certain. It's truly lost Sarquis this time. Something on my desk makes a noise. It's nothing worth mentioning. It was only my mechanical pencil breaking from being gripped too hard. The lesson is over. As the the classroom builds, I'll remain at my desk, as far still listening to the lecture. Hubbub.
殿、ちょっと来てください。
The physics teacher calls out for me for the podium.
はい、何ですか?
I reply and head to the podium.
ちょっとした確認です。最近夜遅くに繁華街の方で君を見かけたという報告が届いていまして、覚えはありますか?
あります。ここ数日、深夜の街に用がありましたから。
おっと、本当でしたか。
The physics teacher frowns, but his expression then softens somewhat.
遠野が夜遊びする生徒でないことは知っていますが、職員会議で問題に上がっていてね。生徒指導部の先生方が遠野と話がしたいそうだ。そういったわけだから、放課後は茶道室に行くように。
With a brief farewell, the teacher exits the classroom. It's now the end of the school day. I drop at the tea ceremony room, but the guidance counselor has yet to arrive. Our school doesn't have a dedicated student counseling room. Counseling sessions usually take place in empty classroom or the staff room, but sometimes they'll happen in the suit club room, as in this case today. It seemed like the tea ceremony club was abolished quite some time ago. It's certainly true that it's not a club that's currently in vogue. I sit down on the tatami and wait for the guidance counselor to arrive. I bite my lips in frustration. I'm fully aware that I don't have time to be doing this. Even so, there is nothing else I can do. With club activities on hold, and on the end of the school day pushed forward, the school building is becoming quieter by the minute. I'm about to go mad. Why am I here? Why am I doing this? I can't help but get angry at my own helplessness. But since there is no way to fix it, in the end, I have no choice but to do as I'm told, like the ask that I am. There is no answer. Surprising my irritation, I continue to wait in the deserted club room for night to fall. The second end of the clock ticks, informing me that I'm just turned 6 o'clock. In the end, no one came to the tea ceremony. The school closes its gates at 4, and the teachers leave at 5, so at this point there is nobody else left in school.
忘れられたかな。
In a way, I feel like this worked out well for me. He gave me a reason not to return to the mansion. It's not that I don't want to go back there. I simply can't just yet. I unfold my legs and stand up. This tea ceremony robe isn't bad. My mind feels a bit clearer now. I had the chance to reflect on things by myself like this. I have plenty of time to think about what should I do, and about what's important to me. And okay. I'm curious to see how the mansion mm, mm, I do actually think that we are somehow linked with Roa. So, we find more clues in the mansion, or we could go search for ourselves, but I don't see how without a lead. Out of curiosity, I want to try this. Arbit will never show herself to me again. It will be impossible for me to track her down. That's why I'll do the opposite. This plan hinges on the two of seeking a common goal. As I know that Arvid is trying to kill Roa, if I can get to him first, then I'm sure to cross paths with her again. And besides, if I do that, I should be able to help her out when the final moment comes.
よし。
I made my decision. Now that I can't waste any more time. I need to start searching for rare layers at once, even if it means grasping at straws. I walked down the deserted hallway. The fiery glow of the setting sun has dyed everything deep red. The sun set quickly in autumn. The world will change in just a few minutes. Night is right around the corner. The sky above is already dark. The boundary between red and black. I exist within the nebulous moment in the time that's neither day or night. Looking up at the sky from the hallway, I noticed something. The moon is already out. Its face a perfect, merciless circle. I forget myself for a moment and simply gaze up at it. A silver moon, as beautiful as glass bas-relief. A pure white visage, so vivid it feels like it could spill from the sky at any moment. I feel like I saw a moon like this back when I was a child, at the time I fell into a coma. I feel a sudden pain from the scar on my chest. My heart is beating like crazy. I can feel my blood coursing through my body and my breathing growing ragged. I place a hand on my chest. It comes away sticky. My uniform is stained a deep red. My scar is open and bleeding. I'm gasping for air. The chills running down my spine are as cold as ice. I'm shivering so intensely As fall my spine is trying to rip its way through my skin and escape. This agony. Mixing my heartbeat is another, sharper sound. Someone is coming. The figure emerging from the depth of the hallway casts a long shadow across the floor. Their footsteps echo coldly as they advance. Something wrong here. I don't sense the same tempest of fury that I felt from love. The latent fear sending tremors through my entire body isn't coming from outside, but from within. A flash of pain shoots through my skull. This pain, the sense of impending danger, the fear rooted within my own identity. I have a feeling that Tono Shishiki should, under no circumstances, ever met this person. I come to a halt. It's already too late to run. I'll be over if I turn around. Still breathing heavily, I take off my glasses. I unsheath the knife in my pocket. The figure approaches. A tall man. The lines squirming around his body are surprisingly sparse and hard to make out. Yet at the same time, there is a point at his core, pulsating ominously. It beats rhythmically, like a heart, as if proclaiming his life is undead. I stop breathing. My mind is a mess of unanswered questions. I don't know this person. I don't, and yet, I can't help but feel like he reminds me of someone. The man approaches. Just a little closer, and I'll be able to get a good look at his face. Who does he remind me of? Who is that I have forgotten? The man stops, as if to greet me. He's still a ways away. I can make out his face, backlit as it by the red light of the setting sun. But I can see his eyes. They glitter radiantly, like those of a serpent eyeing his prey.
私が思うに、人間の一生は主題のない本のようだ。
A resonant voice. Despite sounding so gentle, it sent a shiver down my spine. I don't think I ever heard something so visually repulsive before. It makes me want to vomit.
本は片手につかめるほど小さく、 髪は年月にかすむほど脆い。水に濡れる、火に炙られる、自らの手で切り捨てる。過去の出来事など常改ざんされる幻想だ。しかるに。
I ready my knife. I stoop down, gouging the distance between us. My instincts tell me I have no time to think, no room for hesitation. However, a sense for reason is too stubborn. It prevents me from committing to the urge to kill him, even if only for the span of a single breath.
君という個人もまた不出来なテクストに過ぎない。人生はあまりにも曖昧だ。その自覚はあるか、当の式。
I dash forward like a greyhound bolting out of the gate. Even knowing that it's already too late, I impatiently propel myself forward, as fast as possibly can. A display of physical ability I was unaware I was capable of. I crossed the 10 meters between us in a single breath. They came up the man lines, and sever. Whoosh? But as I feared, I was too late. Even though I managed all that in a single breath, this guy managed to slip behind me in a mere blink of an eye. I can't react in time. The man strikes my hand and snatches the knife away. With eyes shining blue, he stares straight at the lines on my body, as if I am alone and moving in slow motion. The corner of his lips curl in amusement.
残念だったな。死を見るのは何もお前だけの特権じゃない。
He aims my own knife back at me. I swing it down. My spine looks up. My brain freezes. My body recalled the pain it felt when the same thing was done to it before, long ago. So it was our adopted, it was our brother? No, it was yeah. The sound of rending flesh. The white steel pierces my chest as if slicing through paper. My body collapses. All of the street rinse out of me, and I crumple to the floor. As I fall, I look up at the man's face. I plunge into darkness. His face. I don't recognize his face. And yet, I remember this rush of blood. That's because this guy is the exact same figure. He's the same blood-sucked boy that lay before me on the same summer day long ago. I hit the ground with a thud. Strangely enough, there is no blood. I don't feel any pain. The knife remained lodged in my chest. My body temperature is dropping. My consciousness is fading, slowly losing the ability to even move my body at all.
お前が殺された狩り、確かに返却した。もはや思い残すこともないだろう。噴書の時だ。塔の式。
The man is addressing empty space. Why did I forget about it until now? Back when I was a child, when I played in the gardens of Toon Mansion, it was always myself, Akia, and one another child. We were inseparable. Even when I played with Akia, I was inviting her to join in with the two of us. So then, why? Why I had forgotten his name up until now?
「そうだよ、シキ。本当に久しぶりだ。
He's like, the real Shishki?
まあ、いささか遅すぎたようだがね。この体の持ち主、塔の式はたった今消え去った。君への復讐を完遂してな。
The man speaks. Two our names may sound the same. Their spelling differ. Tonoshiki. I remember the word scratch into the gazebo.
そうだ。私が君の目的だ。この肉体に転生した吸血鬼、姫君の敵対者。それも今夜限りの異名だが。
An unpleasant laugh. I had the same unsettling feeling I experienced looking at Blob. As my consciousness fades, I finally make the connection. This guy is Arquid's enemy.
さて、そのナイフはもらっておこうか。 じきに消え去る君には不必要なものだろう。
Rura reaches for the knife stuck in my chest. He grabs it by the handle. It's clear that he'll die the instant he pulls it out. There is nothing I can do. My body won't move at all. I can't even blink. He's gone. Suddenly, Roar vanishes from the field of view. In the same instant, a figure dressed in nun's clothing enters him. The one who smashed the third floor window and came trembling inside him.
Taken.
数秘門による来帝ですか。どうやら完全に入れ替わったようですね、ロア。
先輩。
Senpai, that's right. This person is still Senpai. I thought she already left, but she's facing off against the vampire to protect me. Their abilities seem to be on par with each other. However, there is a caveat. The sun hasn't completely set yet. And then... Roa suddenly bursts off laughing, if she just realized something.
そうか、そういうことか、女。想定すらしていなかった。こんなケースもあるのだな。素晴らしい。それでこそだ。800年繰り返しての転生だ。一度や二度の特例がようやく発生したわけか。
Roa continues to chuckle gleefully. Senpai simply glares back at the vampire in silence.
どうした？私を殺すためにやってきたのだろう？それとも何か？やはり抜け殻には何もできないと。
Senpai doesn't respond. Instead, she turns away from the vampire and takes my fallen body in her arms.
ほう、私との因果を断つより、その偽物の方が大事ということか。だが、それは無駄だぞ。彼はもう助からない。今まで党の指揮が好き放題やってきたことをそのまま返してやったのだからな。視線を割かれた者にはどのような治療も無意味だ。あの姫君でさえ蘇生するのに800年の歳月と引き換えにするしかなかった。ただの人間に死から逃れる術はない。
His sneering voice is the only thing I can make up. Senpai bites her lip, holding back the rage she feels towards the vampire. She stifles her urge to jump up and slay him right this instant. All of that. In order to protect me, cradle her in her arms.
おお、承知しているよ。転生完了お疲れ様。この時を待ってたぜ。ようやく会えたな、バルダムよ。
I hear a child voice emanating from Senpai's chest. Is that Mario's voice coming out of a speaker?
何者だ。随分と私に気安いようだ。
この町に派遣された司祭代行だよ。名前はマーリオ・ジャッロ・ベスティーノ。てめえならこれで意味が通るだろう、ヘビ野郎。
ベスティラウレンティスの隠し子だな。そうか、まだ生きているとは驚きだ。どうやらそちらはそちらで愉快なことになっているな。
ああ、おかげさまでな。じいさんは今も正気じゃねえよ。で、どうなんだ？てめえ完全にバルダムヨンか？転生は成功したんだろうな。まだだったら遠慮はいらねえ。あと7日は教会からの支援は止めておくから、さっさと目を覚ましてき
改めなさい、司祭代行。それは教会への背信行為です。
な。ほざけ、てめえに言われたくはねえよ、シエル。つうか安心しろ。使徒は例外なくぶっ殺す。その前に拾っておかなきゃならねえお宝があってな。ジジイの密命といえばお利口なてめえも納得だろ。で、どうなんだ赤社の蛇。今回はちゃんと思い出したか。下脱の方はどこにある？
不老不死が必要なほど老いたのか、ラウレンティス。だが私は確かに書き残したはずだ。人のままでは完全な不老不死は実現しないと。私の書庫を漁った盗人ども、この忠告を受け入れなかったのなら自業自得というほかない。
選ぶってんじゃねえよ。要は未完成のまま放置したってことじゃねえか。じゃああれか、ジジイが望むような不老不死は存在しないと。
残念ながら私の研究は魂の分野に切り替わった。肉体に関する研究はそれこそ下手の横好きだ。理論だけで実践の域には達していない。そんな不確かな儀式は魔術とは呼べない。それは呪いというのだ、ベスティ。
つまり
徒労だったな。不老の解決法はない。せいぜい健やかに死ぬまで苦しめ。
The silence that followed is frightening. Even though he sees the microphone, I can sense Mario's disappointment, his despair, his hatred, his anger.
呪いと言ったな、バルダミ
そう言った。あれらは私が開発した魔術基盤。 魔術に疎い聖堂教会であろうと、司祭代行であればその成り立ちは知らされていよう。
引き上げろシエル。仕留めるのはまた後だ。このヘビ野郎は数で潰す。
Still carrying in her arms, Ciel Senpai leaps up onto the sill of the shuttering window. The man simply watches us go, a wry smile on his face.
構わん。立ち去るがいい。何分私は忙しい。こうしてロアとして地上に出た以上、姫君はじきに訪れよう。歓迎の支度に念を入れなくてはいけないのでね。
Senpai turn her back on the vampire and jump off the third floor window. It seemed that she doesn't think anything of a three-story fall. After alighting on the ground with a soft thud, Senpai retreats from the school without looking back. As all this happens, I gaze back at the man, my eyes glazing over. He had the same name as the child in my memories. Though no Shiki, a human who had still been alive all this time, has now been overridden by the vampire known as Roa. Still carrying me in her arms, Senpai makes a beeline for the Tono mansion. I'm not sure what she's planning on doing here, but I can see it's going well. Knife is still locked in my chest, and I'm definitely dying. If Akia seems like this, worried, would even begin to describe it. Shit, my voice won't come out. I want to tell her to stop, but it's taking all I have to just keep on breathing.
遠野くんは黙っていてください。大丈夫。妹さんならきっと遠野くんを助けることができるはずです。
Saving me? That's impossible, Senpai. I've been stabbed in the heart with a knife, and I've already lost all control over my body. There is nobody in the world who can save a person that is still close to death door.
いいえ、できます。そうでなければ理屈が合いません。いいですか。彼女が塔の指揮を助けられなければ、そもそもあなたは7年前に死んでいます。だからきっと今回もまだ間に合うはずなんです。
Senpai, what do you mean by?
もういいから黙っていてください。これ以上喋ると本当に持たないじゃないですか。
Her expression is stern. I've never seen anyone so angry before. I feel like I've done something very wrong, so I close my eyes. Well, whatever. It was actually getting rather hard to stay awake anyway. For as long as I can remember, I felt alienated from my family. His thought has been with me ever since I was a child. From the moment I was sent away from the Tono household to live with the Arimas. No, on second thought, I felt this way long before that happened. I never had to ask myself why did I feel that way. I started out in this world alone. There were people around me that looked like my parents, so I simply tried my best to behave like their child. I think that the house with the old tatami floor may have been my first home. After some incident happened, I was taken from there to a giant Western-style mansion. At that mansion was a pair of siblings, a brother and a sister, who were around the same age as me. I felt that I got along really well with them. However, I always got the sense there was a wall between me and their father. I tried really hard. I went to great lengths in order for us to become an ideal family. I wanted to believe that we were father and son, even if we weren't related by blood. But even that came to an abrupt end. After getting involved in a major accident, I was taken to the hospital. No one came to visit me, and my eyes went haywire. I'll be alone forever, and in the end, I was alone again. I began to feel that thought I should simply stay like that fade away. Or at least, I did until I crossed paths with that magician, beautiful as the clear blue sky. A nostalgic dream.
生きてる。
I mumbled those words in a daze. Although I am unable to lift even a single finger, I am at least able to speak. The knife has been removed, and a bandage has been wrapped around my chest. As I come to my senses, I realize that this is my bedroom.
兄さん、気がついたんですね。
アキハ、なんだ、そこにいたのか。
It seemed like Akia was sitting next to my bed and nursing me.
アキハ、お前。
I stared at Akia, unable to full grasp the situation. She awkwardly averts her gaze.
この傷は、さ。
I can tell her I got it from that guy. From Shiki. Actually, hold on. How's Akia so calm about the fact that I received a wound like this in the first place? You would normally send someone with a knife sticking out of them straight to the hospital.
いいんです。どうか楽にしてください。 大体の事情はあの人たちに聞きましたから。
あの人って先輩のことか。
Akia nods, her eyes never leaving the floor. This is a problem. She says she got the good gist of it, but just how much does she actually know? Since I don't know exactly how much Senpai has told her, I can afford to ask any careless question.
それで、アキハ、先輩はどうしたんだ？
客間を与えましたので、そちらで休んでいるのでしょう。本来ならあのような悪党、屋敷に入ることは許可しませんが、仮にも兄さんを助けてくれた方です。無下には扱えません。
Akia must be in an even less forgiving mood than usual, if she's pulling out words like a miscreant.
それより兄さん、その胸の傷は死期に負わされたものですね。
She doesn't beat around the bush. Akia jumps straight to the heart of the matter.
言ったでしょ。大体の事情は聞いたと。もっとも聞かなくとも兄さんの容体を見れば一目でわかることですが。
My throat sighs up from a combination of shock and nerves. The way she said that makes it sound like she knows about Shishki the whole time.
アキハ、お前、四季のことを。
Shiki.
ええ、知っています。私は全てを承知した上で兄さんを屋敷に呼び戻したんですから。
ちょっと待ってくれ。全てを承知した上ってどういうことだよそれ。俺はまだ正直整理がつかないんだ。子供の頃、俺と秋葉の他にもう一人子供がいたのは確かだと思う。そうでないと辻褄が合わないからな。けどそれを聞いたらお前は。
You told me there hadn't been a first child.
それについては謝ります。私、兄さんには嘘ばかりついていました。今回のこともこうなることが分かっていたのに、ずっと嘘をついてごまかしていたんです。
じゃあ3人目の子供はいたんだな。けどどうしてあいつは。
Why did you disappear from the Tono mansion 7 years ago? My memories from back then are pretty hazy. That older kid, all I can really remember is that he was a boy around my age, and the two of us always played around together. Every now and then, we will go behind our father's back and go outside to play with Akia. And yet, I don't remember anything else. The reason for his disappearance, the fact that his name was pronounced the same as mine. I completely forgotten just about everything.
わからない。覚えていることといえば、それは
The scene I saw in the forest clearing. Ever since I returned to the mansion, I've been haunted by the image of the hot summer day, like some sort of waking dream. Akia was there. I was there. And in front of me, the corpse of another boy covered in blood.
死体。
Wait, I'm sure I remember the vampire saying something about this. That they have returned the favor of being killed. Then, does that mean...
あの夢は、俺は本当にあいつを。
Did I really kill him? Is that why he suddenly disappeared? Is the reason I forgot all about it because it was such an inconvenient truth?
アキハ、俺は。
いいえ、違います。兄さんは誰も殺してはいません。そう思い込むよう、お父様、当の牧久に言いつけられたんです。
親父に。
This seemed like way too much of a stretch. Why would my father tell me something like that?
それ、どういうことだ？アキハはすべて、7年前のことも、あの式のことも、全部知っているのか？
はい。式のことは、兄さんには思い出してほしくなかった。できることなら、ずっと忘れたままでいてほしかった。けど、それもおしまいですね。
And I guess I'll continue later for reading. Thanks for watching. Maybe I'll go back, I'll come back later or tomorrow. So, see you, thanks for watching, bye bye, smooch smooch.